right, here's the money shot. Squirrels, man.
This shop's compressor rapidly disassembled itself, and one of the pistons was found about 30 feet away.
Alright, customer stated the vehicle shifted badly. Checked our transmission here. Super low on fluid, no visible leaks. Pull off our high voltage plug here because it's a hybrid. Filled with fluid. Drop our high voltage battery. The whole thing is loaded with transmission oil. That's not what you want. That's not good.
Customer states, another shop told me I have valve train noise. Wrong.
This vehicle came in for a safety inspection, and as you'd expect, it failed for the seatbelt.
You know, I've seen some pretty repairs on cars before, but not that. This is absolutely ridiculous. That, like, my brain hurts.
So that's not good. There's another one. Another one. Bald spot. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think they should replace that.
Customer's Yamaha R1 may have gone a bit overboard on the Italian tune-up.
That one's even worse.
And both outer tie rods are bad.
Customer states,
My 2009 Volvo V50 has an air conditioning problem where it only blows air on the feet.
Customer, you are right again.
The customer had been driving on this for over a year and wasn't even that fussed when the mechanic explained how dangerous it was. The customer even said they'd fix it themselves. All but 3 of the power steering castle nuts were loose, and the mechanic said it's one of the worst suspensions inspections they've ever seen.
Yeah, when you get the flight hammer, yeah. When you actually get the right tools, yeah.
This vehicle pulled into our shop this morning. It's missing both bumper covers. Both of the mirrors are up. That one is over there. It's just dangling. It still has the mirror though. It still has reflective material on it. But look at the inside of it. There is mold all on the dash. Old food, newspapers. For some reason his back windows are tinted. That's nice at least. But he came in for a light out, and yeah, I don't think we're gonna fix that. I think your car is totaled there, bud. Get a new hoopty.
A customer sent in this video asking what the smoke is coming from in the engine bay. Thankfully they immediately listened and had the battery replaced before anything could happen.
All right, take it away.
I got my Copenhagen.
All right.
You already know it's going to be a good one when the vehicle comes in with a solar panel screwed straight through the hood of the car. As you can see, there was barely any oil in it, and they also did some homemade wiring too.
Engine's upside down.
I think what you need is rear main seal. Where do you think the oil leaks come from, Joe?
I think it's a rear main seal. Had to take the oil pan off.
Oil pan off, trying to figure out where the leaks come from.
Man. It's definitely been pretty hot. Yep.
Oh, that'll buff out.
That'll buff out.
It's just a little melty, but I got a D-Watt grinder. But still trying to figure out where the oil leak is from.
Yeah.
Whoa. Huh.
Oh man. Do you think it'll leak oil from there too?
Well,
That's a...
Wow, I never saw that.
Oh man. That ain't good. That's not gonna buff out.
The mechanic said he was just glad that these ants weren't the biting type when they found them. It's also lucky they hadn't made it into that second compartment yet. Customer states there's a knocking noise when braking. It turns out the recently installed Amazon rotors were in fact not great quality.
On today's episode of How Up is Up. Damn, that's up.
I can turn it off, yeah.
Customer states my battery light came on, and when I looked under the hood, my belt came off. Yeah, I'm sure it did. That pull water pump.
Unfortunately, someone over-torqued this customer's drain plug, causing that slight crack in the pan and oil leak.
Yo!
Sometimes you see some really cool things in cars. Look at this. Oh my god, it's an OG iPod. How sick. Oh my god. Man, I remember having one of these. That was so cool.
This vehicle had over 220,000 miles on it and kept stalling itself when the mechanics were trying to drive it into the shop. The weirdest part is that the customer wasn't even in for this reason.
Customer states, I was driving and I hit a pothole and now the car pulls left. Holy bejesus. It's completely blown the bush out of that lower control arm and bent the control arm. Holy wow. That's some crazy shit. How big was the pothole?
The customer rebuilt this engine themselves, including new crank, bearings, rods and so on, and unfortunately this is what the oil looked like after 100 miles.
Ja uiteľne pokud się ja Mercedes pompa Bluetooth.
Alright, so tell me again how you don't need brakes? You just want an oil change, that's it. Alright.
Customer was asking if these shocks are still good to put back in. Obviously not, especially when the new cost for these are under $200. Mechanic asked the customer what was going on with his mirror, and the customer replied he has more care for the environment than his own health.
Today we got this 2026 Tahoe with 1,800 miles, and it has a transmission concern. Well, you see down there, the transmission cooler lines were installed wrong from factory, which caused them to be twisted like that, and it pretty much popped. So customers complaining of AC issues. Well, if you look in there, their outside air vent is clogged with trash bags, leaves, and looks like string. So they might have possible rodents.
A customer sent in this video asking how bad the sound is. A lot of people thought it was rod knock, but I'd have to agree with some of the people saying it sounds like top end instead.
Customer states, I just want my tires rotated. Are you absolutely sure about that?
Customer states their tyre went flat and if the mechanic could patch it, I'm going to guess they didn't have a look under the car and see how bad it was.
2011 Audi S4, we got the V6 supercharged. Customer complaint of losing coolant and smoke coming out of the exhaust with the rough idle. These girls have a really bad problem with the water to air intercooler. is like the biggest cause of this fault. Inside the supercharged here with our water air cooler, you can see it. Yummy, absolutely yummy. And all of that is going down your intake into your engine.
Customers just bought this 2023 Corolla 2 weeks ago and could hear something was going on under their hood. This 2024 Traverse with only 8,000 miles came in because the oil light would sometimes flicker even though the oil level was fine. What you're looking at is the oil pressure erratically moving because of a damaged oil nozzle that takes 22 hours to replace.
Back on the Cruise, right? 2016 Chevy Cruise, customer states. The traction control light comes on. So anyway, it's got a hell of misfire. So we're addressing the misfire first before we address the U100 code in the EBCM. Anyway, bro, nothing but the finest quality parts at my shop. AC Delco, right? Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck to the rest of it?
A kid fresh out of high school had just bought this car off Facebook Marketplace when it randomly shut off on the drive home. As you can hear, the engine is toast, so either they got extremely unlucky or more likely scammed. They weren't able to get their money back, and unfortunately they're probably going to sell it at a loss. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you haven't clicked that button, make sure to help us out. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you have your own clip, you can send to us using the link in the description. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.